We live, in a global village, and 3M is a very globalized organization.
One of the largest challenges Rao faces is how to apply the innovations he's developing across a global organization. How do you link, or do you link, the transformation, the digital transformation that you're leading here, the replatforming that you're also responsible for, and the globalization of marketing and of 3M?
Sure, we live, in a global village, and 3M is a very globalized organization. We practically operate in every country in the world, either through our direct presence in those countries or through significant sales presence. So for us, the best way of connecting our global village is best practices. I think there's a universal language about winning with customers at 3M. And it's a very simple model. It says what's worked in Brazil under the circumstances of the product portfolio we have in Brazil and the way our customers are engaging with 3M is highly transferable to other markets.
How do you as a marketer handle vendor selection? How do you separate the signal from the noise, if you will, with all of the point solutions that exist in the marketplace today?
So we believe that the key is being able to connect those best practices to one another. And being able to connect them requires an analytics approach. So it requires us to be able to put those best practices onto the platform and to be able to create a way for programs to be executed globally and measured with the same yardstick everywhere, so that we can identify successes and rapidly localize them. So to do that, my job has been to create a unified platform. Because for us to execute a certain capability or a program digitally requires us to have the same core platform components. Of course, a country may skin it differently, they may articulate that execution differently, but the underlying method by which they engage with the customer and how they drive the path to purchase is unified.
3M chose DataXu to help lead that work.
Our vendor selection process at 3M are onerous. And we go through enormous amount of checks and balances to make sure we find the right partner. It's impossible to be tethered to multiple platforms. You've got to place your bets, and those platforms will serve up in the ecosystem and be able to drive relevant engagement. So we have chosen to work with DataXu to help us with executing all of our digital marketing platform programs. The biggest change that I've seen at 3M I think is the work we've done with DataXu.